Here's why Racing Point is no longer just a pink Mercedes. Let's get started. Racing Point enjoyed the most successful Formula 1 weekend under its current moniker in Turkey as it grabbed pole position and took the runner-up spot in the race. And while much of its progress this year has been under the cloud of its copycat tactics in being inspired by last year's Mercedes design, recent developments have shown it is actually doing more and more its own thing. The RP20 might still have the advantage of sharing a commonality with the W10 when it comes to some of the car's core aspects, but its decision to use parts that it has designed, plus bringing its own updates, has moved the car away from being a complete pink Mercedes. There is no better example of this than the front wing, an aspect of the car's design you'd expect the team to mimic with extreme accuracy, given it's the first component exposed to the airflow. On the RP20, it is different in its detail, and the main contrast is in an area that the team spent plenty of last year developing, the footplate. The change in regulations for 2019 removed the majority of the aerodynamic furniture responsible for creating outwash, and this meant that teams had to rethink other aspects of the front wing's design to compensate. Racing Point focused its attention on the footplate, as altering its shape and length in its case has a bearing on the formation of the vortex that shed. This in turn has an impact on the surrounding flow structures. For 2020, rather than simply copy the W10's arrangement entirely, Racing Point sought to improve upon it. The team added a long vane atop the footplate to help guide the airflow and adjust the pressure gradient, which also influences the formation, shape, and direction of the vortex beneath. It's actually been an area of interest for all of the teams given the changes to the regulations. Racing Point's inspiration was drawn from the Mercedes W10, a design which was altered several times during the opening phase of the season. The team finally settled on an interpretation at the German Grand Prix, featuring a small outturn vane on top of a slightly shorter footplate. The sidepod update package that Racing Point introduced at Mugello has been the biggest development for it so far this season. This upgrade led to the team stepping out of the shadow of its Mercedes counterpart as it discarded the more contoured design favored by Mercedes and replaced it with a more abrupt arrangement. Featuring a more ramped slope, the sidepod bodywork, which bears more of a resemblance to the design used during the co-under exhaust era, now clings more closely to the radiator, and air-to-air cooler installed beneath and exposes more of the floor than before. Such a large-scale development takes time to develop, manufacture, and understand. These were all factors that were hindered by the adjustments to this season and were made worse when the first set of parts were wrecked at Mugello when Lance Stroll crashed. Due to the scale of manufacturing of these parts, the team opted to stagger the introduction, with the new parts installed on Stroll's car for Mugello and another set due to arrive for Perez in Russia. However, when the original set became damaged beyond repair, it set the team back and meant that the first time it could run both cars in the same specification would be at the Eiffel Grand Prix. With several races experience behind it now, the team has undoubtedly begun to understand the package and continue to unlock performance that can also be gained from adjustments to the power unit too. Anyways, now it's time for meme of the day, and here it is. And that's been it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Apart from that, I hope you're an awesome day, and bye bye.